Amos. A quick look at this book. Crimes of the nations will be punished. Israel and Samaria will be destroyed. 5 visions of Israel's punishment. Israel's bright future. Amos wasn't a professional prophet and had never been trained to be a prophet, but when the Lord gave him messages for the people in the northern kingdom, Amos left his hometown of Tekoa in Judah and went to preach in the town of Bethel in Israel, probably at the famous place of worship. In this book, Amos first condemns many of the nearby nations, and then he condemns the people of Israel, especially the rich who lived in luxury. They had great power and used it to rob the poor and to make slaves of them. And even though most of the people were worshipping other gods besides the Lord, they still expected the Lord to protect them. But Amos warned the people that they would be punished, and he said, "Choose good instead of evil. See that justice is done. Perhaps I, the Lord all-powerful, will be kind to what's left of your people." Crimes of the nations will be punished. Chapter 1. I am Amos, and I raised sheep near the town of Tekoa when Uzziah was king of Judah and Jeroboam, son of Jehoash, was king of Israel. 2 years before the earthquake, the Lord gave me several messages about Israel, and I said, "When the Lord roars from Jerusalem, pasture lands and Mount Carmel dry up and turn brown. Judgment on Syria," the Lord said. "I will punish Syria for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They dragged logs with spikes over the people of Gilead. Now I will burn down the palaces and fortresses of King Hazael and of King Benhadad. I will break through the gates of Damascus. I will destroy the people of Wicked Valley and the ruler of Beth Eden. Then the Syrians will be dragged as prisoners to Kir. I, the Lord, have spoken. Judgment on Philistia. The Lord said, "I will punish Philistia for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They dragged off my people from town after town to sell them as slaves to the Edomites. That's why I will burn down the walls and fortresses of the city of Gaza. I will destroy the king of Ashdod and the ruler of Ashkelon. I will strike down Ekron, and that will be the end of the Philistines. I, the Lord, have spoken." Judgment on Phoenicia. The Lord said, "I will punish Phoenicia for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They broke their treaty and dragged off my people from town after town to sell them as slaves to the Edomites. That's why I will send flames to burn down the city of Tyre along with its fortresses." Judgment on Edom, the Lord said. "I will punish Edom for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They killed their own relatives and were so terribly furious that they showed no mercy. Now I will send fire to wipe out the fortresses of Teman and Bozrah." Judgment on Ammon, the Lord said. "I will punish Ammon for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. In Gilead they ripped open pregnant women just to take the land. Now I will send fire to destroy the walls and fortresses of Rabbah. Enemies will shout and attack like a whirlwind. Ammon's king and leaders will be dragged away. I, the Lord, have spoken." Chapter 2, Judgment on Moab. The Lord said, "I will punish Moab for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They made lime from the bones of the king of Edom. Now I will send fire to destroy the fortresses of Kiriath. Battle shouts and trumpet blasts will be heard as I destroy Moab with its king and leaders. I, the Lord, have spoken." Judgment on Judah. The Lord said, "I will punish Judah for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They have rejected my teachings and refused to obey me. They were led astray by the same false gods their ancestors worshipped. Now I will send fire on Judah and destroy the fortresses of Jerusalem. Judgment on Israel, the Lord said. I will punish Israel for countless crimes, and I won't change my mind. They sell honest people for money, and the needy are sold for the price of sandals. They throw the poor to the ground and push aside those who are helpless. My holy name is dishonored, because fathers and sons sleep with the same young women. They lie down beside altars on clothes taken as security for loans, and they drink wine in my temple, wine bought with the money they received from fines. Israel, the Amorites were there when you entered Canaan. They were tall as cedars, as strong as oaks. But I wiped them out. I destroyed their branches and their roots. I had rescued you from Egypt, and for 40 years I had led you through the desert. Then I gave you the land of the Amorites. I chose some of you to be prophets and others to be Nazirites. People of Israel, you know this is true. I, the Lord, have spoken. But you commanded the prophets not to speak their messages, and you pressured the Nazirites into drinking wine. And so I will crush you, just as a wagon full of grain crushes the ground. No matter how fast you run, you won't escape. No matter how strong you are, you will lose your strength and your life. Even if you are an expert with a bow and arrow, you will retreat and you won't get away alive. Not even if you run fast or ride a horse, you may be brave and strong, but you will run away. Stripped naked, I, the Lord, have spoken. Chapter 3 People of Israel, I rescued you from Egypt. Now listen to my judgment against you. Of all nations on earth, you are the only one I have chosen. That's why I will punish you because of your sins. Israel and Samaria will be destroyed. The work of a prophet. Can two people walk together without agreeing to meet? Does a lion roar in the forest unless it has caught a victim? Does it growl in its den unless it is eating? How can anyone catch a bird without using a net? Does a trap spring shut unless something is caught? Isn't the whole city frightened when the trumpet signals an attack? Isn't it the Lord who brings disaster on a city? Wherever the Lord God plans to do, he tells his servants, the prophets. Everyone is terrified when a lion roars, and ordinary people become prophets when the Lord God speaks. Samaria is doomed. Here is a message for the leaders of Philistia and Egypt. Tell everyone to come together on the hills of Samaria. Let them see the injustice and the lawlessness in that city. The Lord had said that they don't even know how to do right. They have become rich from violence and robbery, and so the Lord God has sworn that they will be surrounded. Enemies will break through their defenses and steal their treasures. The Lord has promised that only a few from Samaria will escape with their lives and with some broken pieces of their beds and couches. It will be like when a shepherd rescues two leg bones and part of a sheep's ear from the jaws of a lion. The altars are at better. The Lord God All-Powerful told me to speak this message against Jacob's descendants. When I, the Lord, punish Israel for their sins, I will destroy the altars at Bethel. Even the corners of the altar will be left in the dust. I will tear down winter homes and summer homes. Houses decorated with ivory and all other mansions will be gone forever. I, the Lord, have spoken. Chapter 4 The women of Samaria, the Lord said, You women of Samaria are fat cows. You ill-treat and abuse the poor and needy. Then you say to your husbands, bring us more drinks. I, the Lord God, have sworn by my own name that your time is coming. Not one of you will be left. You will be taken away by sharp hooks. You will be dragged through holes in your city walls, and you will be thrown towards Harmon. I, the Lord, have spoken. Israel refuses to obey, the Lord said. Come to Bethel and Gilgal, sin all you want. Offer sacrifices the next morning and bring a tenth of your crops on the third day. Bring offerings to show me how thankful you are. Gladly bring more offerings than I have demanded. You really love to do this. I, the Lord God, have spoken. How the Lord warned Israel. I, the Lord, took away the food from every town and village, but still you rejected me. 3 months before harvest, I kept back the rain. Sometimes I would let it fall on one town or field, but not on another, and pastures dried up. People from 2 or 3 towns would go to a town that still had water, but it wasn't enough. Even then you rejected me. I, the Lord, have spoken. I dried up your grain fields, your gardens and vineyards turned down. Locusts ate your fig trees and olive orchards. But even then you rejected me. I, the Lord, have spoken. I did terrible things to you, just as I did to Egypt. I killed your young men in war. I let your horses be stolen, and I made your camp stink with dead bodies. Even when you rejected me, I, the Lord, have spoken. I destroyed many of you just as I did the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. You were a burning stick I rescued from the fire. Even then you rejected me. I, the Lord, have spoken. Now, Israel, I myself will deal with you. Get ready to face your God. I created the mountains and the wind. I let humans know what I am thinking. I bring darkness at dawn and step over hills. I am the Lord God, all powerful.